all that ensued in that tournament. But let's see how well Dula will be able to deal with hyperHICO's extensive knowledge of boss. Already jumping into the first round, a lot of aggressive gameplay from Sundula. Not a lot of grabs, obviously, at the start of the match, but being very aggressive right from the get-go, you know, trying to get those big buttons off quickly. hyperHICO gets his combos off, gets EX, you know, the item change really quickly. Oh, into the break boost combo. Oof, wrench for pressure. Cancels it into the paper fan, into the globe to float it out and make himself safe. Ooh, that's not safe. The mace is really powerful, but it's not safe even with range due to break boost. Trying to go for that low really quickly. Sundula trying to go for that grab, but misses. Gets that conversion off into the item change for free. Oof. Into the knockdown for Sundula. This is a bad. Ooh. Oh, hits the miss, but it's fine. It's all good. Right now, hyperHICO in the corner, aggressively getting pushed by Sundula and the suborbital laser, you know. Oof. Into the punish, into the grab. That'll be the first pepperoni on board for Sundula. Solid performance all around. All right, moving into round two. hyperHICO has to adapt a little bit if he doesn't want to get punished right there. As you can see, he has to space out his buttons better and be a little bit more mindful of when to press buttons. Very nice wrench throw, getting that quick little combo in the corner to get that pressure going. Grab, barrel in the corner for full combo damage. This will be nice. Ooh, he gets a side strike. I did not know that. Oof, into the low anti-air. That's a weird interaction I've never seen before. Into the mace, obviously high damage combo. Into the corner you go. Wrench hits the, you know, he tried to get out of the corner right there with the EX. It didn't work. He got hit. That'll move him into round two. hyperHICO trying to get his second pepperoni on the board quickly. Uses the paper fan cancel into the wrench, but EX armor moves through it. Sundula with a little bit of advantage in neutral right now, but hyperHICO is not getting left behind. Uses that fake hop to get that pressure going. EX item change. Trying to use V reverse. I don't know exactly why. It might have been a misinput. No punish on the counter right there, but quickly jumps over into the barrel. Not a lot of people blocking that nowadays. Full combo from it, paper fan into the mace, high damage conversion for boss right there. He only has rocks for, you know, pressure, so it's a little bit tough, but he can make it work. We've seen hyperHICO deal with worse. Dula quickly getting a combo to get himself out of the corner, but hyperHICO getting his own combo to almost finish him off. Only 58, but the, oh my god, but the super will leave hyperHICO at disadvantage. Orbital laser in the corner into break boost. This is a bad position for hyperHICO. No matter what, he is the one in the corner. Gets out quickly. Lots of gray life right there. Quickly takes it away. All right, boys, we're moving in. hyperHICO quickly taking his first set of the match. Trying to send Sundula quickly into losers. Will Sundula adapt and, you know, win his own round and even, you know, win it over? hyperHICO quickly getting a conversion into the fake hop. No anti-air. Quick little nice combo into the read grab right there. Very nice from Dula, using the hop as well to build into the punish counter. No flash counter on it. Trying to very effective use of the lows, just forcing hyperHICO into a really bad position by forcing knockdown. Finally blocks the barrel. This is important stuff to learn. Into the EX armor, no punish on it, punishes afterward. Into the corner, hyperHICO steals corner, little conversion into the cancel with the super. This will be a little more damage on it. EX cancels into the maze. That's really good damage for boss. Grab. Little bit right now, it could be anyone's games for Team K. Dula trying to make his own stuff. Throw escape, very nice. Oof, that laser might lead to good things. Oof, knows the plus frames. hyperHICO gets hit with the medium right there. Tough stuff. Sundula gets his pepperoni on the pizza, trying to get the match into his favor as quickly as possible. It's not a good feeling dealing with Dancouga in situations like this, especially not for Boss, who doesn't have an effective way to deal with armor necessarily. Side switch from hyperHICO to get that corner really quickly. Ooh, Dula reads him and gets that grab in the corner using those overheads to try and open him up into EX. This should be full combo with the orbital laser. Doesn't quite catch the full combo. Extensions using the low, that OTGs. Oof, hyperHICO on his way to lose the match if he's not careful. Quickly gets his own combo in the corner. V reversal to push him out. hyperHICO at literally one hit away from dying. That is it. Sundula gets his own pepperoni on the pizza. hyperHICO needs to lock in if he doesn't want to get sent to losers early, and losers can be a bad advantage for Boss. You know, he's a gag character, and while hyperHICO is very good at using his buttons, it's still tough. Gets grabbed. That'll be big damage on board. hyperHICO has to find a way in if he wants to continue with this streak. Roll, double barrel roll right there. Ooh, nice low. Trying to get quick little damage in the corner using those jabs to stagger into the rock combo to get a little bit of an extension into the maze OTG. V reversal, hyperHICO not blocking those and costing him a lot of pressure recently. Sundula making a good use of his buttons, you know, good advantage right there. No break boost cancel to get full combo from it. But oof, doesn't matter. Oh, it does. He doesn't get full damage into the punish against the grab miss. Oof, the paper fan, of course, leads to a decent combo overhead, but it misses. All right. Scary neutral right now for both players. One interaction could be the game. Tries to cancel it into super, misses the confirm. This will be the round on board. hyperHICO taking the first pepperoni of the third set. He's getting ready to steamroll already. All right, a little bit of neutral right there. Dula breaks the neutral with a quick little break boost to get in. Nice anti-air into the air grab. That's kind of what Sundula needs to start doing a little bit more. Boss is getting too much free reign and jumping. He has to, you know, punish those jumps in a little bit more into the barrel. No combo from it, but still nice pressure from it. Sundula trying to recover from it. Nice recovery, though. Gets a decent combo to gain back advantage. A little bit of neutral right here. Sundula trying to open up, but he's the one that gets mixed up into the low. Item change right here. One barrel, 3 wrenches, and a dream, as well as really good items this time. Actually, this is a very good set of items into the air-to-air grab. Dula preemptively anti-airing right there. I don't know necessarily why. Using a good use of the hover mechanic to, you know, side switch, and Boss doesn't have a really good way to deal with that. Into the free EX, into paper. Super cancel. This should be it. Oh, this is bad. He got confused right there. He got the confusion animation. This is bad. Now the advantage is switching into Dula. HICO trying to find a way to close it out in here. Guard crush from the mace. Very nice, effective use of the lows to close in his round. hyperHICO showing us he still has the stuff. He's moving to the ground. This character is insanely strong. He isn't even a zoner. He's just a set play with the grenades, to be honest, and wastes the grenade early. But to be honest, it doesn't matter that much because the low cooldown on it allows him to get really fast pressure. But overall, ogcornflakes showing nice pressure overall. Good damage into the match. Effective knowledge on the matchup. But scary moment right here. Using the grenade to make it safe. It was the ice grenade. Ice grenade can be very scary because it leads to very powerful combos. Using that low to, you know, trying to open up a little bit. Monkey, who's been using the roll quite a bit. If ogcornflake catches up to that, you know, he might be punishing that with grab a little bit, and punishing that is very important because that's a very powerful get out of pressure for free tool for Vassago A1, and it shall never be underestimated. It's like King of Fighters, but way better. All right, Monkey using his lows. V reversal from Cornflakes. He doesn't want to get pressured. Nice combo with corner carry into the setup. Very nice. Buster misses with ogcornflakes using that overhead to create pressure. quickly mashes out. OG Cornflakes doesn't want to get caught in the blender right there. Both Vassagos, ironically, have a very good blender combo. Jesus Christ. OG Cornflakes, high damage early on. Just steamrolling absolutely through Monkey early on. Now he's under pressure. Let's see how he deals with the defense. EXDP for the win. You just got to do it sometimes, you know. All right. OG Cornflakes taking the first set very predominantly. He was very good overall in that set. Very solid defense, knowledge of the matchup right there. That side switch, Vassago is very good in that, setting up the grenade with the ice flash counter. No full combo from it, but was very scary. Monkey trying to use a little bit of that zoner game. Nice effective use of the long range DP. That DP has so much range, it's insane. Never underestimated. That shit can catch jump ins from 1 mile away. Using that buster in the mid screen to create clutter on the screen and make, you know, Monkey have to jump a little bit more through to deal with Mephisto, which is never good. EXDP to gain back a little bit of the pressure. Remember, Buster is a high durability projectile, but Monkey uses his blaster to quickly cash out his own pepperoni. Remember, Mephisto is a really low health character. Even light interactions can deal big damage because you just have a lot less. Right there, you see it, like 700, 600 HP already versus the 800 off of like similarly one interaction, of course. Like, this is very tough for Cornflakes still. He has to find an opening right here. V reversal for Monkey to get off pressure right there. Nice effective use of the air-to-air interactions. Monkey hasn't been blocking with those overheads. I think he's a little bit too scared of Mephisto's lows, which are very scary. But sometimes you just got to watch out for the overheads. They get you when you least expect it. Buster pressure, you staggering right there in the corner for that OTG combo that deals such nice damage. No safe jump, though. Little bit of scary V reversal right there to get himself off of pressure. This should kill right here. Gets his own pepperoni. Right now, Monkey has to be scared. He's at match point. Doesn't want to get sent to losers early on. It's never a good thing. Monkey has to find an opening with, you know, Vassago's big buttons and just outrange Mephisto. Mephisto is honestly a little bit of stubby buttons. Even only some of his buttons have nice range. The rest actually are quite stubby. So OG Cornflakes, if he takes advantage of that, you know, he could create a very nice opening, and he's already showing it. Grab. Matches on the overhead into Psycho Crasher for the super combo. All right, is on pressure. Flash counter. This is very bad. Into the super cancel. Very solid showing from Cornflakes right here. Just dominantly all throughout the match. A little bit of sloppy defenses here and there, but he quickly picked up the pace. All right, moving into the first round. Obviously, no desync delay this time. Quick sword unsheath to get that pressure on. Lots of neutral right now. Ooh, punish early on from HICO. This will lead to item change. Wrench. Uses all three wrenches. No block from Mecha Fan. Dealing good damage. HICO quickly. EXDP, of course. Always a threat. You gotta respect the Dancouga range. He's minusing a lot of his buttons, but he has so much range that HICO doesn't know how to deal with it. Flash counter, doesn't matter. HICO finding a way. Mecha Fan has to be patient. More blocking needs to happen if he wants to take the W. A nice punish against the thermal. Now this will be good damage. Of course, Dancouga always deals solid damage into the quick jab. Oof. Perfect bat counter right there. Will net hyperHICO the win. We saw Mecha Fan was trying to go for a grab right there. hyperHICO was like, none of that here, please. I am not dealing with that. Just the mix-up. Tries to get the side switch. Mecha Fan blocks effectively, but that low from the empty jump gets him. EXDP in the corner. Catches him with a jab into barrel roll. Nice defense from Mecha Fan. This is what has to happen if he wants to continue to win. But that overhead from the Mace. Mace is, of course, a very solid button. You have to know that it's matchup dependent. Very powerful option nonetheless. All right, into solid combo that leads into pressure. Mecha Fan having some trouble right now dealing, but armor, of course, is super powerful. This will be good damage. Low pressure right there into EXDP, almost killed. but hyperHICO gets a quick little sneaky low to cash out the first set. Mecha Fan has to lock in. We all know he can, but will he be able to do it and not get sent to losers early on? Or will HICO continue to prevail and show that he is in fact the man who sold the Alloy Z, the big boss? Quickly getting that nice combo from that mid. Super long range, of course. And catch Dancouga off guard. Flash counter already again. Mecha Fan trying to get with pressure, but it's not working with the sword. Using that balloon to maybe get an overhead. Mecha Fan has to put the pressure and find a way in. Quickly does it. Nice combo. Not a lot of corner carry, but quickly setting up the pressure with the sword. Low sword, of course, into the low. V reversal from hyperHICO right there to get him off of himself, because this is tough. Ooh, flash counter from hyperHICO. This might lead to good damage into corner carry. Hyper Desperation Super right there into very solid damage into the Mace OTG, of course. Tries to get Desperation Super, is punished by hyperHICO. You can't be throwing it out willy-nilly into the overhead from hyperHICO. He is the man who sold the world. All right. Mecha Fan is at set point. He needs to get this if he wants to win. That punish from the EX. It's a visual mix-up. They have to know the matchup. Into the grab. Pressure is going on. Very heavy. Mecha Fan saying none of that anymore. Nice defense. Tries to tech the grab, I think, but misses. Escapes the corner, but has to take the combo anyway. Nice damage with the mace overall. This isn't punishable. He's faked it very nicely. That anti-air, of course, super powerful stuff into the overhead. hyperHICO showing nice defense. Misses the perfect bat into the EXDP right there to try and get pressure back on his side. Gets his first pepperoni on the pizza. He needs this breath of fresh air. He has to continue this streak, or else he will be sent to losers. Mecha Fan trying to search for the W. Quick little pressure into the grab, obviously. Super solid pressure. Creates the missiles. This will be big damage. Blocks the debris coming from the missile. No block on the overhead. EXTP catching hyperHICO a lot now. Very solid combo. Oof, into the grab from the empty hop. Very solid stuff right here. Mecha Fan locking in finally. He's showing us how good he still is. What did you say about being washed? I don't think so, Mecha Fan. All right, catching that air-to-air interaction. HICO on the defense side. Gets hit by the anti-air into the grab from the tick throw. hyperHICO quickly catches the hop. Nice corner carry right here into the item change. Mecha Fan pulling out the sword to get that bigger range and maybe punish hyperHICO. Effectively, hyperHICO, knowing the hitbox, catches the flash counter into very solid corner carry with the rocks. He's, slowly pacing them. Wrench into pressure. Into Paper Fan. Paper Fan is, of course, really strong button if you know how to use it. This might be game. Very solid combo from hyperHICO. Gets busy right there. hyperHICO has to lock in, though. It isn't willy-nilly. Very solid combo. hyperHICO takes the first pepperoni. Again, getting put into set point. Mecha Fan has to lock in, or else he will be getting sent to losers early on. That quick overhead. The reversal. Armor, a lot of EX armor from... Oof! Never mind, I had to continue on. Very nice effective use of that anti-air to get the flash counter right there. Flash counter again, this will be very good damage. Catches the air-to-air interaction. Knows just when to block. Mecha Fan showing that he's still being disciplined at the end of this round. He has to, because hyperHICO could easily turn it around. EXDP from the anti-air. hyperHICO getting that quick combo out. You can't let the comeback happen. Find a way in to get that little bit of HP gone. hyperHICO not letting it happen, though. Gets hit by a low. They're both now at set point. Who will take it? it's anyone's games. Honestly, both players have been playing a very solid understanding of their characters, you know. Using that sword to create space and terror. The use of the sword isn't just for show. Honestly, a lot of the sword usage is just mainly to create scare factor. That, ooh, I got the sword, what will you do? And it works, to be honest. Solid damage right here from Mecha with Mecha Fan. Misses completely. The bad throw. V-reversal block into the flash counter. This might be game. It is. HICO getting sent into loser side so quickly into the tournament. Mecha Fan showing a dominant that tech into Mazinger Z right now. Mephisto is a very solid rushdown character.
Yo, that color is sick. That Mazinger color is amazing.
It is. Both colors on both characters are honestly very cool for this time. Mazinger, of course. Ooh, nice combo right there into the breakthroughs. Nice knowledge of the combos. Mr. Chuppy, always known for his nice combos into the throw. You know, Mazinger, a little bit of more of an honest character, so you gotta always take advantage of those situations where you just gotta throw when it just feels like it. In the corner, remember, this character doesn't have as much of a DP as Vassago. You don't get those get out of jail free. Into the install, gets punished. This isn't a good look. ogcornflakes quickly getting nice damage and taking the W. Of course, Mephisto, high damage character. He's basically Akuma in this game. If you don't know, Mephisto is the lowest HP character in this game. He's kind of like Akuma. He gets a lot of good tools in trade-off for low HP, which is a detriment. Let's not kid ourselves in here. But in exchange, he's still very strong. Double rocket fist into the laser. Very nice knowledge right there. Take throw grab. But quickly, Cornflakes equalizing it. The pressure is now on. Now it's kind of a grind game. That solid disjointed hitbox, if you don't know, that anti-air is huge. And Mazinger doesn't have that much of a hitbox in it, which I hope it stays that way because Mazinger does not have that many good tools, in my opinion. So honestly, very solid performance right there. Mr. Chubby getting really nice combos in, knowing when to pick throw. If Cornflakes wants to win, he does have to make the adaptations of, you know, taking less throws and knowing when to, you know, just go unga bunga and when to, you know, take his time. You know, Mephisto is a character that can take his time. Nice anti-air into very nice corner carry. Oh, but that slide from the ground into the flash counter. Solid damage right here. Goes into super, wastes his bar. This will lead into buster pressure. He has all 10 bars. Into the DP. You can't sleep on that DP. Anti-air, though. Steals the corner. Nice install activation into the laser. He did not know the matchup. Super cancel. Shin Shoryuken. Oh my god, very nice interaction. Mr. Chuppy being a little bit more honest than usual, but it fits him very surprisingly well. Using that insult to quickly catch Cornflakes off guard. He didn't know the matchup tech. Nice anti-air again. Very solid. We know him as no-fly zone Chubby for a reason. He doesn't have the blender anymore, but those Gatling combos are very solid. And you can manipulate them into the setup. What is going on? Remember, that is basically a grab. This might lead into a perfect if Cornflakes isn't careful. It is! Mr. Chuppy, of course, showing his new look on Mazinger A2, taking him to the world stage. You know, this is every character in this game can be used if you're good enough with him, and he's just showing up that he is. And one of the good things that a lot of people don't know about Mazinger, the reason he's so beginner friendly but can also perform at top level, simply because simplicity is king a lot of the time, and it's because he has pretty simple, you know, whatchamacallit, it's the combos that it's auto combos basically. It's just A, B, C. He basically has Gatlings, but simple ones, and that makes him very easy to use, but also very solid because it's just ease of use. You get solid combo damage from him no matter what skill level you are. But Mephisto with ogcornflakes as a pilot, just, you know, piling on the damage. He very nice interactions overall. I love his use of OTG extension. But I'm also loving Chuppy's long range punishes from the jumps. It's almost like saying, no, you can't jump even at long range anymore. I've switched my gameplay. I'm no-fly zone everywhere I go. Nice OTG from ogcornflakes, taking nice damage, forcing, you know, a character like Mazinger, who doesn't have a particularly DP to get in the corner, but Mr. Chuppy, of course, showing us he still has the stuff. Nice anti-airs. ogcornflakes setting up the stuff, but that insult activation, he's still plus on that. During insult, Mazinger's very solid, using... Oh, remember, he also has technical free EXs while in install, using that freeze beam to quickly cash out some damage. But, oh my god, Cornflake catches the punish like this is SF4 Tokido versus Daigo Yumehara. Those punishes through fireballs. What game are you playing? You're playing the wrong game. Sets up the fireballs. You know, that projectile invulnerability from Chuppy. That is a goofy interaction. I love that use. DP, Chuppy is getting pressured. He is about to die. He has to find a way in if he wants to close out the set early on into the anti-air. It should be enough. Chuppy catching out the win against Cornflakes, showing Mazinger Z is actually top 1. All right. Battle of the Grappler versus the... I don't even know what to describe. Nero, I've talked about this a lot. She is her own style of character. Ooh, very nice showing from Suna. Quick little combos. Misses that final hit and doesn't grab a full conversion, but already Mecha Fan at less than half health. Doesn't block the overhead. This will almost equalize, you know, the HP pools. Suna getting his own quick little combo. But here's the thing. A little bit too much damage coming in from Mecha Fan, and he's letting a little bit too much shy through. Armor, of course, Suna's worst enemy. Nero doesn't have the greatest way to deal with armor. That overhead. Oof! Into the super cancel. Suna overhead again. Gets the first pepperoni on the pizza really quickly. Nero A1 side performance. Suna showing us she still has the chops. All right. Little bit of neutral right here. Nice damage coming in from Mecha Fan 82, just showing us those nice little combo wraps that quickly build up over time. Misses the grab, gets put into the corner, into the clone grab. Very scary stuff. Again, Suna has nice knowledge of what clone does. Oh my god, Suna punishes Mecha Fan's armor finally, shining through into super. No OTG here, but gets punished back. Overhead doesn't work, is minus on that. Scary moment for Suna. Overhead. Backdash. Sets up projectiles. Mid-screen. It's anyone's game. I either can get one interaction and be over. Suna might be the first one to get it. No OTG. Super cancel. Suna getting her first set on the board. My bad. Suna's a she. I always make a mistake. But very nice, solid performance from Suna using that double overhead effectively against Dancouga, who doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with those obtuse angles Nero drops in from. But Mecha Fan showing quick adaptation. Oof, nice break boost to catch that big swing. Never allowing Mecha Fan a chance to beat that flash counter. Doesn't lead to much, but leads to pressure. All right, into the tick throw grab. Using effectively, you know, that barrier, which can block grabs and tick throws very effectively. It's a very powerful defensive tool that not a lot of players use, and Suna has been shown to use it a lot to effectively counter what, like, a lot of Dancouga can do. Using that twirl move, the ballerina jump. Oh my god! Catches the trademark Desperation Super from Mecha Fan. Suna's on fire, just catching a lot of punishes. Mecha Fan has to adapt quickly or be left in the dust into loser side. No full combo from that. Quick little 1-2 from Mecha Fan into knockdown, but super combo over here. Big damage. That Nero combo, I think, has very little scaling from super. So while, yes, you aren't using it a lot because Nero has a lot of good EX moves, very, like, it can be very scary because it can cash out wins out of nowhere. Break boost gets caught by Suna's, oh my god. Lots of things happening. Suna's, I need to focus.
Oh, the
Solid
pressure
press.
here is insane. Mecha fans going
Solid.
crazy just from raw pressure. That's, oh man, unbelievable. He went loco.
Mecha fan just showing nice tick throw. Just, am I gonna grab? Am I gonna grab now? Am I gonna grab now? Am I gonna grab now? And that's very scary. Just because he has the grab doesn't mean he needs to use it. That's what kind of makes Dancouga so scary. A lot of time, Dancouga shouldn't even be grabbing. It should just be, you know, hitting that jab and see what's going on. Just checking the opponent. Like, are you being honest? Are you blocking against my Dancouga? You know, ooh, nice backdash catch right there. Again, that super cancel is hitting very hard. Look at that, all that damage. Super. This should put Suna in a very disadvantageous position. This will give Suna trouble. This is a bad range for Nero. She's in a bad position right here. No super here, but gets caught with a low. It's 1-1 now. Both players at their match point. Both have something to prove, the 3P champion or the rising star. Using that little hop move to, you know, catch Suna a little bit. Suna quickly retaliates, putting him in the corner. Mecha fan has to, you know, be patient with Suna a lot. Very solid neutral right here. Just a lot of big buttons being thrown out. Quickly, Suna catches Mecha fan with the combo. Ooh, EX armor to deal with the clone. Hits the clone. Oh, armor. No full combo for Suna. Oh, but catches the overhead. This will be very good for Suna right here. Who's going to gain pressure from it? Into the super cancel. This should kill. This is a high scaling super. It does. Suna getting her own pepperoni on the pizza quickly. All right, moving into the second round. Suna can close this out quickly. Will Mecha fan allow it? That is the question. All right, very nice combo. Right there, Mecha fan catches Suna with that EXDP. Again, Nero trades off a lot of defense for those offensive tools, so Suna can be a little susceptible to that type of pressure. EXDP again. Oh, catches the flash cannon from the big swing. Running away a little bit, Mecha fan, to create that space and, you know, a little bit of that scare factor into Suna. Oh, catches the... Oh my god, this might doesn't kill. Catches the... Oh my god, so many things happened. That was a very solid interaction. Catches, you know, the barrier into the double mid check right there. Suna trying to create space right here. Overhead catch. Into the corner you go. Grab again. Just because you have a grab doesn't mean you need to use it. Oh my god, into the super cancel. I don't think it kills, but this will leave Suna at like 100 HP, even less than 100 HP. Suna in a very bad position. This is the worst range for Suna. Corner and against sword. Into the grab though. This will net Suna a little bit of that pressure back, and Suna can melt health bars. Oh my god, Suna gets sent to losers by Mega Fan 82, just showing incredible adaptation early on in the match. And I don't even know what to say about this character. This character is literally the meme of, I have no such weakness. I love that on the wiki, literally, Mazinger, I think there's an image of Great Mazinger has no weakness. So how will hyperHICO deal with this matchup? This matchup is very scary for Boss. Doesn't have a lot of zoning tools that can work effectively, because if I'm not mistaken, his lariat doesn't go through projectiles, which might be a solid buff for the man who told the Alloy Z. If he could just go through those, you know, through those projectiles with at least, you know, EX spin, it would be very nice. Using that quick DP kick to, you know, try and catch HICO, but HICO showing very nice offensive knowledge against Mazinger. Very scared to do anything, loop in X right here. Getting forced into the corner by HICO, not knowing what to do, presses a button, but gets hit anyways. Comes out swinging hyperHICO right here against the top tier. Great Mazinger. hyperHICO is, of course, insane offensively and defensively. You have to be good to just know when to mash. It's not that you're going insane. It's a skill to just know when to mash, and hyperHICO's an expert at it, using that wrench to create a lot more frame advantage that's ambiguous sometimes. Grab into the corner you go. Ooh, gets caught by the kicks, though. Great Mazinger. He does very high damage. Thunderbreaker! Again, look at that damage. Are we not going to talk about that damage? That damage is insane. All right. Lots of Gray Life, though, on Great Mazinger right here. Lupin X has way too much Gray Life. Is getting hit very hard. Oof, misses the full kill combo with the bat. You have to time it right, Hiko. That cost him the second round. He was so close to getting it, but dropping that conversion cost him a lot. Let's see if he picks it back up in the third round. Remember, hyperHICO is a very solid boss player, and if boss gets any buff, he could just rise up the ranks, because boss is one of those characters that's one buff away from being a little too insane, in my opinion, because his barrel mix-up can be very scary. But of course, it's all random, and hyperHICO's an expert at it. I love the use of all the items he gives. Like, honestly, he's very effective at all the items. I've seen a lot of item specialists, and I don't like it. I like hyperHICO's particular use because it allows a lot more for his free-form combos. Again, that anti-air from Great Mazinger is ridiculously large. Goes into the Scrambler mix-up, big damage right here that will set up into a mix-up. Doesn't capitalize a lot on it, but the threat is still there. Creates the missiles right here. Big damage. Lupin X dropping the set right here. That super does massive damage if you don't know. I think it's the second or third. It might be the first. I might be wrong. But I think it's the second highest dealing damage. The second highest scaling super in the game. Great Mazinger, of course. Big buttons with the sword. hyperHICO, I don't think he can do that very much. He can Great Mazinger. Great Mazinger's active frames on his anti-air are just ridiculously active. Like, that move might need to get tuned down a little bit if they want to bring Great Mazinger into balance like the rest of the characters, because that's one of his best moves and one of his biggest pressure tools. If it hits meeting and if you kill frame it, that move is ridiculous. But right now, hyperHICO, very solid at use, you know, just on the leading side. Lupin uses V-reversal to get back into the driving speed. No Thunder Break right there. Misses the hyperHICO, dropping the bat today a lot. I don't know why. He's usually very solid at it. But he's on the driving side of things this time, though. Creating a lot of pressure. Gets hit by the kick. This is bad, though. Being in the corner against Great Mazinger is almost a guaranteed death sentence if you're not prepared for it. Lupin trying to zone a little bit out. Grab into the corner you go. EXDP gets blocked, but no capitalization on it. Overhead. Overhead again. If it doesn't work, just do it again. And do it again. And then do it again if it misses again. You know, you just gotta believe. Big jump. Ooh, flash counter from neutral. Insane. hyperHICO is going to get big damage, and the item switch right here. Into the barrel roll. Barrel roll in the corner is ridiculous mix-up. It reminds me a lot. It's not unblockable, but it reminds me a lot of Urian from Third Strike. Kind of like the same way. The same kind of situation where you just kind of want to be on a different side of the barrel roll. And hyperHICO, very solid defense, but gets opened up right there. Not a big, I was going to say not a big combo, but that dealt 300 damage, and that was a VNB. Thunder Break combo. Jesus Christ, how much damage will this be? This might be like 600 damage. Melt the health bar melters. You know, Great Mazinger. Nice pickup from hyperHICO, but drops it at the end right there. Doesn't quite capitalize it. Both players are one interaction away from losing the round. Quickly, Lupin getting his own round in. All right, hyperHICO needs to, you know, get the advantage early on. Boss is a character who thrives on being on the offensive side of things. Any defensive moment with Boss is a moment that's bad. All right, side switch right here. There, you know, I feel like, oof, this will be bad. That corner carry on Great Mazinger again. He has no weakness. Great corner carry, great damage, great moves. He has everything. All right, right here. hyperHICO just, jabbing it out, seeing how it feels. You all effectively using the float into the grab setup to, get himself into the corner, create the missiles to create an ambiguous mix-up. It's kind of hard to block if you don't know. And also, it's just kind of a get out of pressure if you manage to use it effectively, if your opponent doesn't punish it. In the driver's seat, hyperHICO again. Thunder break. Does it hit? It does, but it doesn't get full damage, so it doesn't kill. Though this is a scary moment for hyperHICO. Armor move into the scrambler.
Cashing out. The money in the bank. Love to see it. I personally, I love that more games, but also good to see Upping X fighting back, especially because we know hyperHICO. He's been around for a lot of the tournaments before.
Yes, hyperHICO is very effective. I like Lupin's use of Great Master. I just think he needs to be a little bit more proactive, which he is being in this match. Finally getting into the driver's seat of things, abusing his buttons a little bit. This is a character that thrives off of his big buttons, and Boss is a character who thrives off of being on offense. Those two create a very powerful dynamic where whoever's in the driver's seat will be on a huge advantage, because while Great Master does have defensive tools, unlike Boss, again, he has no weakness. He thrives off of being on that driver's seat where he can just effectively, be in there all the time, using that zone out to create a little bit of chip damage and a little bit of stress from hyperHICO, a character that doesn't have many ways to deal against projectiles, and it just worked. Lupin X managed to get in at his own pace. hyperHICO needs to lock in hard. His character has less privileges, but that doesn't mean he's gonna use them any less effectively. Barrel roll here doesn't get hit by the mix-up, but does make it safe right there. Gets put into the corner. This is a very scary situation. No full combo from any hits, just straight hits right here. Lupin not cashing out a lot into the break boost, finally cashing out some damage. Steals corner, V reversal into the corner you go, kick throw. All right, gets out of the corner, Lupin right there. HICO trying to search for a punish, but nothing goes. Finally getting in. Wrench combos into the pressure, gets that low into the corner you go. Item change, need those items desperately. V reversal. Too scared to anti-air right there. Manages to break off the kill frame from the anti-air that Great Master has. This might kill, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't, but it will lead to insane pressure. Zoning. I'm biased. I can't even decide who I want to go for because both of these players are so good and I love watching them. But Mazinger has a tough time in this matchup because Dancouga's pressure can be overwhelming. No DP is also a bad thing to have in a matchup against Dancouga because his pressure is just ridiculous. All right, Mr. Chubby doing a good job to keep himself in the game though, using those Gatlins into the setup in the corner. Hold up. No apologies to Spicy Crab. I'm still not apologizing, but DP in the corner, creating that space that Dancouga so needs to be offensive. Oh my God, very nice jump, but misses that combo into a very large extension from Mazinger right here. Into Desperation Super, but misses into the EX, into backdash EX rocket punch. There we go. Holy. All right. We saw Mecha Fan was very dominant at the start of the match, and even now the armor is coming through, but Mr. Chubby can turn it back any second. Oh my God, effective use of the barrier to keep away against Mecha Fan. Gets hit with the grab equally. All right, little bit of neutral. That hub gets Mr. Chubby and quickly drops him down. Mecha Fan 82 getting his own pepperoni. These two are always hyped to watch, worthy of any world championship ever. And you're getting it right here, directly from La Gema. This is worthy of a world championship. Holy, nice extension right there. Armor from Mecha Fan, getting that quick little combo, using that overhead to create a little bit of an ambiguous mix-up because it can kill frame, I'm pretty sure. Nice anti-air. Mazinger thrives off of his anti-airs, especially A2, to create those really good combos. But as you just saw, misses the combo though, surprisingly. EX Rocket Fist at the end right there to, you know, get some space. Lots of neutral. Almost odd that jump in. Misses by a little bit with that rocket punch. Mr. Chubby being a little bit more cautious about what he does. Nice combo into the grab. Again, Mazinger grabs are very important to his game plan because you need to get those grabs as quickly as possible to, you know, just create pressure as much. Break boost goes through the grab into the super cancel. Will give Mecha Fan 82. Oh, sorry, I got excited. 82 the match right there. Drops Mr. Chubby down a set. Very scary position right now. Mecha Fan 82 taking the advantage lead, but Mr. Chubby doesn't want to get far behind. What will Mr. Chubby do? Anti-air, big anti-air button from Mazinger. Remember, that goes almost all the way to the top of the screen. Stop shorts to dodge the sword. Very nice Gatling combo from Mazinger right there to drive himself into the corner. Break boost to create that extension. I love the Mazinger extensions that Mr. Chubby is bringing about. I would play this character more if I knew how to play him like this. Mecha Fan 82 creating his space. Oh my god! Mr. Chubby was predicting a jump in, but that cost him a lot of life and advantage right here. Catches the EX, sorry, the install. Using that Rocket Fist to create that space. Very solid combo right there from Chubby, who's catching very solid damage. Both players are one interaction away from winning. There it is, Mr. Chubby with the overhead. Takes the first round on the second set. He needs this set desperately. Mecha Fan abusing that space. Mazinger does have trouble at those mid-ranges where Rocket Fist isn't a good option, but his buttons don't particularly reach. Dancouga can abuse that. This game is a range game after all. Very effective abuse of both characters' solid advantage. Gets that flash counter, but doesn't quite hit it. Overhead goes over the grab. That's one of the things that Mazinger has going for him. Catches the DP into the shin. Hold up, it lagged for me really hard just now. What's going on?
Oh,
all right.
You mean the Discord?
Yeah, all right, never mind. We're back just now.
Cool.
All right, Mecha Fan dropping his own set, getting Mr. Chubby on the board quickly right there, showing Mr. Chubby can do it if he puts his mind to it. Both players are insanely cracked. I will never say any of these two players are bad at their respective characters. Both players have my heart. Armor from Mazinger right there. You just saw it. One of Dancouga's hit. Little bit of armor move on Mazinger never hurt anyone. You know, if you want to buff Mazinger a little bit. Tries to set up that jump, but doesn't quite hit. That mid-range for Mazinger is hurting a little bit, and that's allowing Mr. Chubby, sorry, Mecha Fan, to create a little bit of that advantage where he can just catch with sword, and Mr. Chubby can't really catch respectively with his medium. Oh, into the install that has armor. If you didn't know, I love the effective use of that mix-up to create effective hit damage. Into the backdash against the desperation. Super catch it into the full combo to close out the first round. Pepperoni on the pizza from Mr. Chubby. Mecha Fan is now up against the wall.
I ordered my pizza with anchovies.
Oh no, not the wrong pizza. Oh my god. Solid corner carry. I love these type of combos on Mazinger. I wish we got more of these type of combos on every character. Just cancel. Oh my god, the armor on the projectile. Super cool stuff coming in from Mr. Chubby. I love the effective use of Mazinger's tools. Just squeezing out every single drop. Ooh, nice low from Mecha Fan, sorry, who's putting in the pressure right now. Anti-air effectively from Mr. Chubby, who's activating install again. This is basically, oh my god, into the flash counter. This is one of Mazinger's best block strings, because if you didn't know, the Psycho Crusher type move is plus unblock during the install. You have to block it. He has the advantage right now. He can't drop it if he wants to go again. Oof, nice break boost to get through that projectile. Gets hit in the toes right there. Mr. Chubby not blocking those lows effectively. It's netting a lot of damage to Mecha Fan. Barrier, no punish though. Into the backdash, like I said, Chubby was backdashing a lot. Armor move from Mecha Fan will net him a lot of damage. Using that overhead effectively, and as you can see, it's not really to overhead the opponent, it's more to get that space in. That was a very scary install activation from Mr. Chubby. Gets hit. Armor move from Dancouga. Mecha Fan breaks through, getting his first pepperoni on the pizza quickly. Mr. Chubby has to adapt. Gets the lows. Check toes. Ooh, nice combo. This will put very scary corner pressure into Mecha Fan 82. Again, blocking the DP flash counter. Read like a book into the Shin Shoryuken. And from what I know, power beam right there. I love the use of super, using that power beam. I love the fact that Mr. Chubby stops using some of his tools during the match to then just surprise you when you try to catch him at the worst moment possible. That allows him to get advantage, but Mecha Fan not going down without a fight. Oh my god, the damage is skyrocketing right now. Mecha Fan might take this for all I know. Holy. Into the double grab. What the hell? This is not Street Fighter 6. Grab loops. This nets Mecha Fan 82 his own set. It's now going down to the wire, as we love with these two players who just take everything down to the extreme. Remember, the eye lasers can be dodged by just, you know, going down. Ooh, effective zoning. Look at that. You didn't see if you didn't see that, using that mid to, you know, check the buttons. Like, is Mecha Fan being honest? Is he blocking what he needs to block after? Oh my god, the double rocket fist. Oh, into the flash counter. Holy. Catching anti-air right there. Very scary range for Dancouga. Blocked armor, but gets punished with the flash counter from Sword. Into the grab. Oh no, this is bad. This could set up a lot of pressure for Couga right here. Mecha Fan in the driving seat. Gets put back into break boost cancel. Using the install. Will he do the patented trademark install? Again, using that install mix-up effectively. EXDP will get pressure off of him. This is truly going down to the wire. I really do wish Mazinger's install charged up a little bit quicker. But right there, Mecha Fan cashing out his first pepperoni on the pizza. All right, Mr. Chubby has to lock in. It's truly down to the wire. Armor move coming in from Mecha Fan. Setting up that space. Effective use of his throws and pick throws. EX grab should combo extend from this into the reset grab. What is going on? Overhead catches anti-air. Will this give Mr. Chubby a chance? Into the I sure got if that hit into the combo, I was going to apologize to Spicy Crab, but he did not. In fact, pressure. Armor move from Dancouga breaks through. Mecha Fan 82's armor is still standing proud, sending Mr. Chubby to losers.
Prediction as well, if you guys would like to bet on your favorite player, collect all the gems available and unlock the secret prize. Open now.
Alright, using those effective lows against a character like Nero, Tsuna piloting very well though, doesn't let herself get hit into a very nice, into the corner you go, using those overhead that's also OTGs just in case. Oh my god, what is that mix up? That clone just jumped up? What is that? No, that is ridiculous. Tsuna cashing out her first round very quickly and dominantly, not giving OG Cornflakes a chance to get his mix-up going. And that's exactly what she needs to do. She wants to win. Again, Cornflakes is very strong in the driving seat, but not as well effectively when it comes to being defensive, baiting out DP. That's exactly what you need to do in the moments like this. Oh my god, Tsuna showing incredible matchup knowledge right here. Blocking very effectively and just not letting herself get touched at all. Mephisto back in the driver's seat. OG Cornflakes not going down without a fight. Trying to find any opening and just playing that neutral. Gets hit sooner right there, sends her to the ground. All right, Buster makes ups right here. Oh my god, the low from the Mephisto clone. Again, the clones can be super hard to deal with. And not every clone is built equal, and Mephisto's clones look insane. What is that? Oh my god, uses the long range overhead right there. Oh, breaks through. Sets up the orbs, the fire orbs to, try and protect himself. OG Cornflakes trying to get himself into the driving seat, but the Psycho Crusher move catches him full screen from the clone. All right, moving into set 2. Suna is in the driving seat. OG Cornflakes is under a lot of pressure, already solid combos at the start of the round. Ballerina jump, quickly catching Cornflakes, just insane pressure in the corner. Oh my god, such nice adaptation. Look at those combos. That was so much damage.
The mix! Mama!
All right. Flakes currently in the driving seat, just trying to set up something. Oh my god, full range low. Tries to catch something with that dive kick, but this will catch out the round. Again, very high damage scaling from Nero's super. It's air only, but in exchange, it does insane damage and can be OTG'd. Suna already cashing out and putting Cornflakes in a match point situation. Not very comfortable. Look, that overhead. Ooh, but EXDP quickly takes himself out of the corner. OG Cornflakes in the driving position once again. Suna looking for an opening to close out the match and is finding it very quickly. Uses the lows to check the toes, but it's not quite what she's looking for. Suna trying to use the air parry, but gets hit with flash counter. This will be insane damage. I mean, just look at the damage right there. Half the health bar gone. Buster makes up right there in the corner. Not a lot of capitalization, but is finding a lot of openings against Suna. V reversal right there. Get off of me. Uses the hover mechanic to hover over the projectiles and find a breathing room against an oppressive player like Suna. This is match point after all. Cornflakes wants to find the chance to win. Suna making it very hard right now, just forcing very terrible situations. High durability. Buster move right there. Misses the break boost. No punish though. Very effective low usage from Cornflakes, just catching Suna a lot of guard with that full range low. Blocks the overhead from the clone. This is make or break right here. Just setting up the fire orb. Miss into this combo. Hold up. It does. Catches the OTG. Finally gets the pepperoni on the pizza. Look at that. 14 seconds to spare. That felt like an eternity. Both players were playing out of their mind to, find each other there. Cornflakes finding Suna's openings right there. Cashes out into super. This will deal half HP probably. All right, even more than half HP. Suna at 300 HP right there. Blocks the lows. Oh, into flash counter. Wait, this might be it for the set. Cashes out 1 HP. Will Suna make the mythical 1 HP to full health comeback? Both players playing out of their mind. Mix up. Hold up, lots of neutral right now. Cornflake knows that any bad move can be the end of him. Runs up grab. You just gotta do the Street Fighter 6 tactics. Just, break boost grab. It has to be that way sometimes. All right, it's 1-1. Going down to the wire. OG Cornflakes spicing things up. Showing that he is a worthy competitor. High damage coming in from the start of the round. Crusher right there. Oh my god, into the overhead. Suna doesn't know what to do. Flash counter. This might be a perfect.
What's going on?
Hold up, catches out. Suna's crumbling. The defense is not being there anymore. OG Cornflake catches a perfect just right there, catching bodies left and right. Does Suna have the mental fortitude to find an opening and create her own spacing? But no! OG Cornflake's finding his way in with the full super combo. This will be really solid damage. And corner, remember, you're never safe from Mephisto at the corner, because his buster just forces and takes away so much space. Look at that high durability projectile, making Suna block in awkward position. Suna trying to find her driving position, but that big low just finding her a lot of the time, not allowing her to breathe. Air-to-air interactions. OG Cornflakes is finding the correct button to get himself into Suna's defense, penetrating through the armor right there. Solid air-to-air interaction. Break boost into from the buster. Get off of me. Greedy reversal right there. Trying to find himself a way in. Flakes is not finding it, but the air-to-airs are in. Dash from underground. Catches him coming down right there. Solid adaptation from Cornflakes. What looked like a shaky star quickly turned into a... All right. We're right here. How will the matchup start? Bit of neutral right here. Rocket Fist into flash counter. What is that reaction time? Cornflakes catching Mr. Chubby completely off guard. Tries to anti-air. Finds it with that light, but the anti-air hits Mr. Chubby right there. Throw escape. Big damage coming in from OG Cornflakes. Mr. Chubby has to retaliate quickly if he wants to stay in this game. It's a best of 3, but it's never good to go down to your last leg. OG Cornflakes quickly dominates the first round. Mr. Chubby has to find his way in quickly. Roketo Punch. Using effective lasers, because remember, the laser's faster than the rocket fist on startup, so effective use of the laser to catch his opponent starting. Again, though, like I said before, it can be a little bit difficult because it can just be dodged by going low. And Mephisto specifically has one of the best lows in the game that moves him forward by a lot. So if Mr. Chubby is not careful, it can be very bad. But the flash counter from Mr. Chubby catches Cornflakes off guard. The I-beam will close out the match right there. The first round, sorry. Moving into the third round for set 1. Jumps over, baits DP, flash counter. This will be high damage, should be. Oh my god, hold up. Is this half HP conversion? It isn't. Gets hit by EXDP this time, though. Doesn't block it. Into the grab. OG Cornflakes showing that he's very comfortable with, going the Street Fighter route of, I can't open you up. Okay, fine. Take the throw, I guess. I-beam misses right there.
Oh.
Using the double rocket fist, break the projectiles, which is a very solid tactic against a character that thrives of using his buster, but super cancel right there. That was his desperation super, don't be mistaken. He still has 3 bars to work with. This is still a very scary situation for Chubby. Both players add their last legs. V reversal right there. He still he trying to find a way in, hovers off into the install cancel. He was not expecting it. Tries to go for overhead, misses the overhead. This is a bad situation for Chubby. Regardless, I-beam catches him lacking with the double rocket fist. I think he thought that Mr. Chubby was going to throw the anti-air rocket fist, but no, he's throwing the normal one. Puts Chubby up 1 leg. Set 1 has been achieved by Chubby. OG Cornflakes has to find his driver's seat quickly and find his groove, and he's finding it early into the round. Will he be able to sustain it? Catching a lot of Mr. Chubby's attempts to get out of the corner, just dominating. Catches the grab. Hold up. This will be a very powerful damage extension. Will these be a perfect? Gets hit. It is a perfect right there. OG Cornflakes showing that he is still fire when it counts. All right, Mr. Chubby also has to find his groove. Using Rocket Punch to create that space. Anti-air. Catches with the light.
No overhead.
No overhead right there. Catches with the super. Remember that separation. Still 3 bars to work with. One more combo could end the round.
Okay.
All right. He is almost in. All right. This will I think this kills. I think this just he doesn't. By a little bit of a margin right here. But Chubby makes it anyways, you know. He's still tracked like that. Gets the anti-air right there. All right. Cornflakes has to lock in. He can't drop the set. The pressure will be greatly stacked against him using that. I wonder why Chubby's using that short breakthrough. So I wonder if it's a bait. I think the bait out. But it's been working quite a bit well. But Cornflakes already catching up to it. That short stop. So
wow.
Breakthrough flash counter will give the free EX into Psycho Crusher into Super. Big damage. You can see it already. Look at that. That's over half HP worth of damage right there. All right, Mr. Chubby gets put into the corner. This is bad. All right, good setup right there. Into the freeze grab. Install cancel at the bad time leads to pressure being shifted back into Cornflake's favor. But the double. Oh my God, flash counter. This might kill right here. Hold up, will. Oh my God, wait, the grab misses.
Oh, no way.
I-beam.
7
HP. This is not Street Fighter 4. Hold up. What is going on? Insane gameplay from both. Misses the punish. Neutral from both players. Oh my God.
No way.
I-beam. They're both super low.
Oh.
He can't I-beam at this range. He can't I-beam. If he I-beams, he loses.
Oh.
He reversal. That doesn't kill. That chip damage. Uses the armor.
Insane
What is going
round.
on? What is going on? Hold up. I'm sweating right now. I'm not even playing on it. I'm sweating. What is going on? Double rocket fist nets. Chubby, the final punish of the round to cash out the set. Huge mental stack against Flakes. Oh, and that's insane. Catches with the overhead, but quickly OG Cornflakes smashes back out. Catches the backdash with the grab. Catches the grab with the backdash. Oh my God. It catches the anti-air. Good combo extension right there. Grab. Isn't shy away from grabbing. Install cancel. This will lead into the mix-up. Flash counter. Oh my God. EXDP catches him though. No I-beam. Use it. Oh, I-beam at that range is not safe. What are you doing, Chubby? That costs him the round. Flakes finds a pepperoni on the board to find a breathing room. Oh, but get hit. Get hit. Oh no, this is bad. EXDP out of corner. I don't want to be in there anymore. Get into the corner yourself. Overhead. Oh no. That hot move is really powerful. I-beam.
Oh.
That's up. Oh my God. That could have been insane damage, but doesn't quite capitalize on it. Flash counter from Mr. Chubby leads into solid corner carry into super cancel. I was going to say will it kill it. Of course it kills. But now this means Cornflakes is in match point. Cornflakes has to find a solid footing if he wants to make this interesting for himself. I-beam right there catches him lacking. Solid use of I-beam at full range. You know, this is the perfect... full range is the only time you should I-beam against Mephisto. A character that can just dodge it. Catches the anti-air. No extension from it, though. Oh, catches the low. The toe check. This will be very solid damage. Using that mid to create space and not give a breathing room. I love the effective use of that mid. Oh, no anti-air that time. That extension will be big damage and put the pressure into Cornflake's favor for once. I-beam misses.
Oh,
All right.
What
Oh, flash
what?
counter. Hold up. This might go insane into insult activation. The mix-up. Hold up. This is bad. Remember, he
Checks.
gains more plus rate from this.
Oh,
I mean,
What?
EXDP.
the defense.
All right. Not letting himself get in. Oh, blocks the V reversal to get himself to Mr. Chuppy. 3-0. Sending himself that. Will he allow Mr. Chuppy to spiral out of control, or will he find his footing early on? It is finding it into the tick throw quickly. Mr. Chuppy mashes out, but gets hit. Creating that overhead is finally a little bit wiser as to the mix-up, how it works right there. Low. Oh, uses Ivy. Oh, is using a lot of meter right there. Oh, into the grab setup. Hold up. Oh, flash counter. Hold up. This is shaping up to be nice. Woo! XDP to deal with the grab. Armor from both, but more armor on Dancouga. It breaks through Mazinger's armor move, quickly cashing out the first pepperoni. That's exactly what Mr. Chuppy needs to do. Frustrate, Mecha Fan a lot and not allow him to do moves like that. Into the grab. Oh no, this is bad. Mecha Fan in the driving position so dominantly in the first round. Uses the armor. I'm loving it. You could call me McDonald's because the way Mr. Chuppy is playing, I'm loving it. Full combo from it. This will lead into a very solid corner carry, but quickly Mecha Fan is pushing himself out of corner backdash with no punish. Gets hit in the toes. Mecha Fan showing sword range right there. Hold up. Finally gets a punish on the grab. Is safe install activation to, stress out Mecha Fan into the corner steal. E-reversal. I think this combo kills regardless. It does. All right, it's 1-1. These players know how to take things down to the wire, right down on the first set. They're saying it has to be exciting no matter what. Oh my God, misses cleanly the mid, but quickly uses the armor to force Dancouga. All right, Mecha Fan, seeing that he's gonna miss, he quickly capitalizes using that sword sheath into grab to quickly capitalize on advantage. I love the sword unsheath combo into the sheath, to get that extension. That almost netted him something good, but that overhead, Mecha Fan 82 quickly cashes out the first round in his favor, and this is bad because Mr. Chuppy has to reset the bracket if he wants to take this. He has done it before. He isn't a player that's shy of losers. He's one of those players that is a living comeback story. But it is bad early on if you haven't reset the bracket to be losing these rounds like this. Oh my God, big damage coming in from Mecha Fan, who's quickly just capitalizing on huge amounts of damage, delaying the rocket fist to create armor moments. I think what Mr. Chuppy needs to do is frustrate Mecha Fan, but it's happening the other way around. Armor move.
The defense, man. Insane. All
Yeah, both players are good at defense, not gonna lie. Into the grab. This is exactly the type of setup Mazinger needs. Find his footing. Look at that. No fly zone Chuppy. What we call him that for a reason. It's not a myth. It's not a legend. It's the real thing when Mecha Fan armors through with his Dancouga. He says, none of those projectiles. I eat those for breakfast.
Okay.
No combo
there.
from it, but finding the moment to create pressure. All right, unsheath right here. Oh, finds his break boost in. Oh, it's a flash counter. Not a lot of damage, but a lot of pressure coming in.
Oh.
Mixes the timing up that time to see if he catches Mecha Fan off guard. He did a little bit. Oh, baits out the anti-air and quickly capitalizes on big damage and pressure with the grab. into EX grab. This is bad because this will be full combo into. What is going? Did he just grab reset? Did he just grab reset? What is going on? Mecha Fan 82 absolutely wilding with that reset right there. Just wanted to tease a little bit. Blocks that overhead. Mr. Chuppy has to find his footing now and quickly. Overhead into the grab.
Okay, check
Into the grab. Misses the combo by a little bit.
Oh, oh no way.
Mecha Fan finding his footing again. You know, putting the pressure on Mr. Chubby that can't quite find the range as to when to hit buttons because Mecha Fan is so far away. This kills Mecha Fan 82, putting Mr. Chubby at a quick match point already. Will Mr. Chubby come back? I find it hard, but you never know. Legends can be born any day.
Okay. Cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
nice combo. Get the pressure. No grab right there. Quick sword on sheath to create the mix-up.
Oh.
Oh, laser. No combo from it, though. Blocks the overhead. No punish. Flash counter punish, though. So not a big amount of damage. Armor move. Doesn't quite catch the full punish to get full damage from it. Using that mid to, you know, create a very situational advantage against Mazinger that doesn't have quite the range to compete with Dancouga. And Mazinger's an outranged character. Jumps over the move. This should be enough to kill. Gets his pepperoni. Mr. Chuppy wants to move on. He still believes.
One more shot, one more opportunity. 8 Mile type beat.
What is going on? Quickly opens up Mr. Chuppy with the overhead low. Freeze!
Oh.
Lots of chip damage from on Mecha Fan right now, if you notice. Oh, not quite the right button for the situation. That cost Mr. Chuppy the advantage. He's in a bad situation. No defensive options right now. Oh my god! Catches the punish. Will this be it? Oh, catches the air. Don't fly against me. Safe install activation. Guard crash. You just saw it. Oh, using the jump to catch him at the most opportune time. I love it. This still could go either way. Mazinger has a chance.
Oh. No, the put. Oh!
What? Desperation Super 2 R to go through. Mecha Fan is your new champion. Takes 3-0 commanding lead against Mr. Chuppy. Absolute dominance by Mecha Fan right up until the end. Absolute grappler. What can I say more?